What is the most elegant word in the English language? Most people are basically throwing Latin Greek words that were adopted to the English language, some very slightly modified to English writing, but still, don't have Old Germanic root. They're not wrong at all, but I was expecting more pure English words, words that were actually invented by the English Germanic people hundreds of years ago. Luminescence, quintessential, acquiescence, ethereal, loquacious, ubiquitous. All borrowed. Talking about borrow, that's the word that I like and is 100 English borrow. It doesn't sound fancy, but I like flooring. It starts with the lips and teeth to make the F, then the tongue touches the teeth to make the L, and then does a dance in your mouth to make the R sound. Your lips go round to make the O, and then Y to make the E. Finally, it ends in the back of your throat to make the NG. It's like the word travels through your whole mouth. Sorry, kinda off topic, but scrolling the answers made me think of this. We have a children's book we read to our baby, and it's about a bear that loses his home, so moves in with his friend who's a rabbit. Instead of like bear was really sad like you might expect in a children's book, it says he was bereft. We almost lost our shit when we read it the first time. Bereft, egregious, retaliation, and conscientious are among my picks. I always think about how beautiful and well developed the English language is. When I hear use any of them, I had to first Google words in the English language that weren't derivatives of other languages like Latin, French, etc. I'm going with gobbledygook. I just like it. Assassination. I love that the whispery tone of it befits its clandestine and unspeakable nature. The earliest example of its use is from Macbeth. After reading through this thread, I've come to the conclusion that the most elegant word in English is basically any word we took from French. The coolest part about the English language is how willing it is to mug other languages, steal their parts of speech and anglify them. Colloquialism, or any words that end in sts or sps like nests or wasps. The sounds a mouth makes is one of my favorite things. Mellifluous. I love to say it, and it's almost a forced onomatopoeia. You can't say mellifluous without sounding mellifluous. Stewardesses. Type it out on a keyboard. Longest word you can type with just the left hand. Makes you feel like a pianist. Interlude. I don't know why, but it's my foreign dad's favorite word. I'm still not sure he knows what it means. Bioluminescence. Aside from the phrase itself, I simply love to see the term used in any natural setting. Infinitesimal. Honestly feels so satisfying to say out loud, even if it's not spelled the way I expected. I have it on good authority that the answer is cellar door. I'll not question Professor Tolkien. Cacophony. I suppose a cacophony itself may not be, or sound, elegant, but I love the word Q. Basically, the Q sounds while the rest of the letters wait in line for their time. I always think back to James Earl Jones and Letterman, pronouncing mellifluous. Soliloquy. It just rolls off your tongue onto a bed of velvet and swan down, I'm assuming. Scintillating. Soliloquy. Silhouette. Wherewithal. Melancholy, effervescent, cromulent. I've always been fond of susurrus, which is a whispering or faint rustling sound. My 9th grade teacher loved the way auto-cannibalism rolled off the tongue. I really like sesquipedalian. It's also funny because it's self-descriptive. Ether or ethereal. Something about those words, they just beg to be spoken. Verisimilitude. Learned this back in high school and thought I was so smart. Obscene. It's just a very clever way of insulting someone and I love it. Elephant. It's a lot like elegant, but the PH makes it a bit fancier. Some excellent entries here. Personally, I will suggest indubitably diaphanous. Learned aware of reading translation of Zorba the Greek. Surreptitious, hierith, saccharine, halcyon, fugazi. It's a toss-up. Eloquent. The word and the person it represents screams elegant. No idea why, but the first word that came to mind was loquacious. Empyrean. Such a great word that just doesn't get used enough. Ambivalent. Some people may not like it, but I'm not so sure. It's technically 2 words, but screw it. Unlimited breakfast. Apocryphal. The most elegant way to say might be bullshit. Serenity. The state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. Darling. I love how the R rolls in your mouth as you say it. Vanilla. Sounds soothing. It also tastes and smells good. Cunnilingus. So difficult to get one's tongue around it. Ubiquitous. I don't know why, but I just love that word. Something no one has mentioned yet. Transmogrification. Alluring. I've always thought this is a beautiful word. Delicate. The word itself feels delicate when you say. Equanimity. He accepted her betrayal with equanimity. Fire. It's not only elegant, it's very versatile. Luminescence. Edit Arcadian is another one I like.